From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz Mocha. What's going on?
Hey, I'm Shawn Mendes.
This is Selena Gomez.
Drizzy Drake.
Taylor Swift.
Post Malone.
Camila Cabello.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Right here. Turn up.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
I can feel.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
$20,000. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that?
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Powered by Air Transat.
All right, Kat and Nat are here. Before we get to our special edition Ask Roz and Mocha featuring Kat and Nat, we got to talk about Air Transat and their family collection of hotels, which are in 9 sun destinations.
Yeah, hotels featuring special family perks, but also solo parent options, which we know is really important for a lot of people. Extended kids club hours, so you can still have that kind of romantic dinner on the beach if you want to, and just know that your kids are looked after. Like, you can kind of have that alone time, even if it is a family vacation.
And some of these resorts, they let kids stay and eat for free. Plus, Air Transat has an amazing kids club to make your flying experience fun and stress-free for everybody. Also, if your kids are between the ages of 2 and 11, it is absolutely free to join the kids club. That gets you a dedicated family check-in counter, priority boarding, and onboard surprises. They even give you a goodie bag on the plane to keep those kids occupied. If you want more info on the kids club or of any of Transat's family collection of hotels, go to their website, airtransat.com.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Kat and Nat are 2 moms from Toronto who built an empire on real talk and a sense of community with other moms and women around the world. They host events. They got a podcast. They're on Facebook Live every single day. They have a massive following on Instagram and have a #1 selling book out right now called Mom Truths. Kat and Nat in the house. What's up?
I want you to live at my house every time I walk in the door.
That's exactly what I wanted to over here.
So you're both dads.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
How old are your guys' kids?
Roxy is 9, going to be 10 in January.
Oh my God.
We are in the same world.
I told my mom that I was coming here today, and she's like, "Oh, I like that, Roz. I watched a show where he bought a cottage. He was with a girlfriend. I wonder if he married her."
No. Okay, so here we go. No, so Mocha's married. I am not married. I was married previously, but that doesn't count. It was like starter marriage.
It was practice?
Yeah, it was practice. You were young, and we were engaged for like...
I believe in those.
Is that the one that you had your kid with?
No. My girlfriend now is Catherine, is who we had the kid with.
Oh.
And so no, I'm not married, and it's not that I'm against. Like, I have no problem with people getting married, but I just don't like people in my business. And to me,
a wife is in your business?
No,
your wedding?
No. Like, I don't. Like, here's my thing. Having gone through a divorce, right? Having gone through a divorce, what drove me most crazy about divorce, it wasn't the heartbreak. It was having to go ask people permission and pay money to end my relationship.
Fair.
Right? And I found that to be incredibly invasive, where everybody was upset and nobody would, like, we still felt great about each other, but to end a relationship, we needed lawyers.
Yeah.
And neither of us wanted to do that. And so getting into a marriage, like, to me, I have no problem. I love weddings, right? Like, I love going to a wedding, everything else. I just can't go to City Hall and get a permission slip to get married in the same place I have to get one to put a toilet into my house, right? Like, to me, they just have no I don't want that kind of business in my life.
That's fair.
Oh
right?
my gosh.
You also love leaving weddings early.
I love leaving weddings early.
Really?
Not that I'm hurt by it or anything, but...
What time was he out?
Yo, Ross left my wedding at like 10 o'clock.
10
p.m.
10 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
My wedding reception was super lit. We had like performers and everything.
Why
And
did you
Ross
leave?
dipped at like 10 o'clock.
Why?
Yeah, I'm done with weddings. I don't know. It's not.
You just said you love them.
No. I would have one. I just don't mean legally would I ever have one.
Yeah,
right?
no. You know what's bad?
You don't like to have fun at night.
When I started going to my friends' second weddings is when I was like, come on now.
Yeah. Oh, we feel the same way about baby showers. Like 2, number 3.
But my brother just got his cards read, and
what does that mean?
Like a psychic.
Oh, okay.
And she
Do
let
you guys
him,
believe in that stuff?
of course.
Do you really?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Ghosts
Is that
to
bad?
the whole thing.
Oh
No.
God, I'm in a room with a bunch of ghost believers.
Yeah, and I live right beside
I don't
a
believe in
cemetery.
ghosts.
No, so she said that someone in his family is going to get a divorce.
Oh.
And my older brother's super religious and would never. So that leaves me.
Oh, wow.
I'm not
Wait, how long have you been married for?
like 13 years.
Oh, okay. But you're not going down.
Never
that road.
too late.
I mean, life is long. Who knows?
What's the last thing you and your husband fought about?
I know.
Do you really?
I know. Do you not know?
I know.
what
You
girls-
guys are best friends.
No,
You know
girls
each other
talk
since.
about everything.
Okay, like what's everything?
Everything.
Like okay, so
like
Kat and
how
Nat-
long you have sex for, like quick everything.
That toilet
Okay,
stuff.
how quickly do these conversations happen?
All day.
No. Okay, sorry. Let me rephrase that. How quickly after a situation personally between you and your husband happens, do you then run to the other person and say, "Hey, get
sometimes during.
Come on,
No, all women. I'm telling you, but I believe it makes for a better relationship because it's if you have a good friend, they'll balance you rather than jump off the deep end with you. So you feel like I'm normal. I don't hate you. I just don't like you at the moment. You know, because sometimes when you're with not on the same page as your spouse or partner, you feel like, oh, I hate you.
It's also good if your friend likes your spouse or your
Yes.
partner so that she's a little bit on his side too. She's not trying to, make you get a divorce.
Right.
So
It's helpful.
But we're going to take some phone calls. So this is Ask Roz Mocha. So it's
Sorry
Kat, Nat,
about
meet
that.
Roz
We went
Mocha.
right
Yeah,
into
it's okay.
it.
It's okay. We'll do the intro like there were 20 minutes into this. It's no problem. We take a lot of fan questions and we'll go through some questions.
But I want to know still, going back to my question, what was the last fight you had with your husband? Nat?
Mine was I got to sit down about it. I'll tell you what.
What did you do?
Just I got a lot going on in my life. I got a lot of family. We travel for our
Right.
work.
Remind
a lot.
us again, each of you, how many kids do you have?
I have 4.
You have
I
4?
have 3.
And
Kat
she
has-
has a dog, so it's like
A puppy. I have a puppy.
And
Oh,
it's
wow.
a lot. And we've been traveling. We were on tour, and then I went on vacation with my friends, and I have lots of siblings and family. And, I'm trying to make time for everybody. And apparently, he's getting the short end of the stick. And it's like, I need to make a better priority for him and more time for him because it seems like I'm making time for everyone else, having so much fun. When I come home, I'm like, ugh, I'm tired. I want to go to bed. And he's sitting there like, what about me?
All right.
I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate his feelings. I'm a little bit cold. I don't make a lot of time for him. I need to work on it.
So when you have that conversation with each other, Kat, what is your response when she's telling you all of this?
He's such a baby.
No,
Get out of here.
men is what I say.
Yeah.
God, when did
literally
men
say-
become? I'll tell you,
Marriage.
If I go, what's the point of marriage, anyways? No, I will say that I listen. And then I let her know why she's right. I support her
Okay, let me-
in the right. I'm like, just so you know, you're a great wife, and you live with him, and you spend 8 hours in a bed with him every night. What more time do you need with a man? He gets by you. That is precious.
How often, though?
How?
Like, yeah.
Not enough
But
for him.
do you use that, like when he's pissy about stuff like this, like you're gone too much, do you throw some at him and then just hope that calms him down a little bit for a couple days?
That is what calms him down. For a couple of days. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Like after that fight, obviously
They're
we
like-
had sex, and the next day we're like, hey.
They're like pets, you know.
Right.
Men are like tiny pets.
Here's my thing, and I think that it goes both ways. The one thing that always drives me or has driven me crazy in past relationships, and we're sort of similar to your husband. It's not the lack of presence, right? Or it's not like I feel like I'm owed something. But what sucks is when I see the person who I know I love, and I think that they love me, and I know that they're fun, and I know that they're great, and I know that they love to laugh. What drives me nuts is when they go and they give all that other shit to other people, and they come home and I get none of that.
Oh my God.
Right? I get none of the,
sitting right here.
but I get none of the fun stuff,
know.
right?
But
Are you fun at home?
Yeah, I'm great at home.
Like you're fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you walk
and I'll tell
in.
you, the one thing I never do is I never come home and unload about my day. Never.
Yeah.
I will never do that. I never come home and put my crap day on the people in the house.
I have a theory.
Yeah.
It's deep.
Go.
I think that when women get married when they're younger, it's our job to please men. And so we're always pleasing. And then we grow up and we're like, hold on. Remember, we take care of a lot of kids during the day and the mental load's always on us. Then we grow up and we're like, wait a minute. You kind of want your partner to grow up with you rather than having to take care of them and be with them all the time. So it's like if you show up like a friend and also a partner rather than let's do like a high school relationship, the relationship would be stronger because you let that person be, and then you can have the same conversations with them when they're home, rather than an expectation of what the relationship should be.
Oh, totally.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like it's a weird for us women who are like, when you first get married, you're like, I love you. I'll do everything for you. And then you're like, hold on, 10 years in. Just wait 1 minute. I'm tired.
And straight up, like, we changed the game by starting our own business and traveling. We were home all the time before, so we changed it.
We'd
we
wait
were
for
cool
them.
with changing it.
Hi.
And they sort of still like, wait, I want that one back, just because you always
Well,
gone.
that you can't have that back.
No,
Yeah,
right?
no,
Yeah,
that's gone.
that's weird when you want that back, right? Where
Yeah.
you don't appreciate the sort of massive rise that you guys
We
have
changed
had.
the game,
Yeah.
and it's hard to catch up to that with
It
us.
is. Yeah, no, absolutely.
And they don't know what we do, really.
Take some phone calls.
Are your husbands friends at all?
Yes,
Yeah, do they
need
talk
to
all
be.
the time?
They're named Mark, both of them.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Marks.
weird.
Yeah,
Weird.
we forced
Yeah.
them together, but they're both really cool, easygoing guys, and they get along, and they've learned how to parent the kids together when we're not there.
Like you set them up on play dates and stuff?
No, they
like
set
as
themselves
husbands?
up.
Oh, they did.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's all right.
Oh, we're not that weird. We're not that controlling.
Listen, I don't know where the line is,
Well,
man.
it's weird. It's
All
weird.
right.
All right. Hey, Emily, are you there?
Hey.
Emily, you are in Ottawa, right?
Yes, I am.
All right. Say hi to Kat and Nat.
Good morning, guys.
Hi.
Good morning.
Hello.
All right. So, what is your question for the room?
I'm just wondering, before you found out, for Roz, Roxy, and Mocha with Cruz, before you found out they were a girl and a boy, were you hoping for a certain gender? And as well, Kat and Nat, if you have kids, were you hoping for a certain gender? Or
Did you guys have that? Did you guys have your first? Let's go back to the first, right? Did you have a preferred? Did you want a boy? Did you want a girl?
I did not care.
No?
I really didn't. I mean, I got pregnant. I was like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. That was the first blow.
Yeah.
And then the second one was, I could care less.
I when I was little, I knew I wanted to have 4 kids, and I wanted to have 3 boys and 1 girl. So when I got the girl first, I just hoped every time I went to go find out the gender, they were all going to be boys. And they were,
Really?
yeah.
Huh?
Wow.
1 girl's enough. Okay.
Yeah. How old's the girl?
10.
10. Okay.
I have a 10-year-old girl, too.
And you have a 10-year-old girl. I have a 9-year-old girl.
So our little guy, he's we only have one, and he's 2 years and 8 months now.
Oh, that's cute.
Cruz. And when Jenna was pregnant, I did not care. Like, we found out that he was a boy. We found out, but I didn't care. We were just like excited, right? First time parents, super excited to be finally to be parents.
Yeah.
So
I do understand the people who freak out, though, about what they wanted. Like, I know people who cried that they didn't get what they wanted
no,
for
really?
many weeks. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you get 2 boys and you really want, if them
Right.
really wanted a girl, and then you have the kid, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have a preference. I mean, I don't get, like, I thought having a girl would be cool, right? Just because I never wanted to, like, in my head, I could rationalize and come to terms with, like, a girl being pissed off at me and stuff like that. What I couldn't, like, the thought of having a boy, right, is the thought of me just coming home after working, like, a brutal long day and then seeing, like, a 17-year-old with his head in my fridge just looking back and calling me an because there's no Pepsi. You know what I mean? That I can't handle. The girl stuff I can handle. Catherine is the one that's going to have to deal with a lot of that stuff, right? But like I can handle the girl stuff. I couldn't handle that sort of teenage boy thing. That's the thing that sort of frightened me a little bit. Yeah, it was the teenage boy stuff. The girl stuff, I know a guy who has a boy and a girl, and he said that if he was lucky that he had them in the order that he had them because he had the boy first and then he had the girl, and he's like, the girl is amazing. She's like 7 and she's like completely smart. He's like, if it was the other way around, I would have thought the boy was like damaged. Like he was, because he's like, they just accelerate at such different levels.
Right. Yes.
Right. He's like, I would have been comparing them. And he's like, that would have been completely wrong. But having a girl to me is, I enjoy, like, I love having like a girl where you put a young boy and a young girl in a room and the boy immediately looks at the room and he's like, how can I jump from the TV onto the table, onto the couch? Right? Where my kid walks into a room and she goes, that would be a wonderful place to make a loom bracelet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Are you cool with periods and all that stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You're good with periods.
Yeah. I'm going to make $1 billion off periods. And I figured it out last week. I was brainstorming an idea with Catherine.
Last week?
Okay. Last week. Yeah. We were brainstorming
Poor
this
Emily
together.
still
Here's my $1 billion idea for periods.
Okay.
Tell me if this would work or not.
Okay.
In each tampon pack, you tear the top, you take the tampon out.
Vibrator?
In the bottom of that is
Yeah.
another little tiny package that has an individually wrapped chocolate in it.
So will you put chocolate up your
No, that's individually wrapped. It goes up your. It goes.
to enjoy as a snack.
Okay, to enjoy as a snack. The chocolate is not for your. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to explain this with like instructions because this is now one time I've pitched this publicly and people are already putting chocolate in their vaginas.
Yeah, they would. You have a lot of chocolate vaginas. 1,000. You know what? We talked to a lot. You would have. You would be sued right, left, and center with chocolate up that vag.
That's fine.
Hey, thank you so much, Emily.
You're welcome.
Have a good
That's a
day.
great idea.
Julietta.
You like chocolate and tampons, right?
No, she's gone.
Yeah.
She don't like your idea. Here's a question from Julietta. Your go-to quick dinner on a weeknight. Go-to quick dinner.
Uber Eats.
Uber Eats, obviously.
Let's say cooking. Let's say not Uber Eats. Cheaters.
Cheaters. We cheat the system a lot.
Yeah.
Our kids like taco night.
Mine likes butter noodles and salt. Like that is like a win every. You know what? Open the fridge and find something. That's the go-to meal. They'll snack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We're
Jalapeno chips.
Jalapeno chips?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying.
I was gonna say.
If I left that up to my kid, it would be jalapeno chips every
Right.
night. Yeah, we do a lot of tacos in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a
tacos
lot,
are
I
a
love it, and
lot
they think
of
it's
tacos
fun
in the
because they
house.
make them
Yeah.
their by themselves fajitas too.
Yeah.
Good one.
Do you do all, who does all the cooking in your house? Do you and Jenna
Jenna.
split it? Jenna does all the
Yeah,
cooking.
she does all of it.
I do 100% of the cooking in my
Yeah.
house.
Oh.
Well, you say that like I'm gross.
No, I'm
you
like,
know
no,
what? He's really good.
No, that's amazing.
He's
I'm
really
like,
good.
huh, that's great for
But I
your
also,
partner.
but I also don't like help, right? Like if like it's, I'm possessive about it. Like I do it because I love cooking. I will sometimes make 3 meals for all 3 of us. But if like Catherine wants to help, I'm like, no.
No, I'm the same way. I don't even want anyone in my kitchen while
Yeah.
I'm cooking. Like, can I help you? No, get out. That's why I made my kitchen not open concept because when I'm cooking,
all about
I want
that.
everybody
you want the
out.
solitude.
I want. It's like get out of my space.
Yes.
I'm cooking.
Oh, here.
Closed concept is the new open concept when it comes to kitchens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually is.
Let me throw this out at you guys.
Yeah, go.
See if anyone's guilty of this. Because I did this last week.
Okay.
Have any of you snuck food where you find a place to sit and eat,
Yeah.
whether it's at home or not at home,
In the car.
in the car?
Oh, yeah.
So that your family doesn't see.
Oh my God! The other day they were at home and I went to go get a sub and I sat and I went to Mowtown
She
by
mows in the
myself
car.
and the kids were
In the
all at
car?
home.
Yeah,
They're all at
she
home
does.
having lunch and
Because you don't want them to like
Yeah,
be
no,
like,
I don't
hey,
wanna-
Ma, can I have a bite?
I don't want to
Right.
buy
Yeah.
5 subs. I want my own sub. I want to sit and eat it. We do that all the time.
Oh, okay.
But you can smell that Subway on you when you walk through the door, though.
It was
know what I mean?
it was
Belly
Belly Busters.
Busters.
Was it?
And they love belly busters. That's why you can't. They'll eat it.
It was like a delicacy. I was
So
like,
wait, but when you eat a sub, right? Like that's pretty filling. What happens when it comes time for everyone to get together to eat? Are you just like you just snack on it? or
Mom, I
something?
don't
Yeah,
sit
no.
down and eat.
No,
I'm
don't sit
like,
down?
Serve
someone's
them
like
and
water,
putz
milk.
around.
Look, you just literally are throwing food and like things at them. Right? Someone spills something. I need this. I need that. It's like you're on defense mode as a mom with a bunch of kids in the house who have to. You're not there yet. Just wait. Every night you'll have something, soccer, hockey, baseball. Like they're like basically get home and you're like the clock is running and you're hoofing food at everyone. You're like,
Yeah.
go, get your soccer. It's like an army thing going.
Wait, so with how your days are like extremely, extremely busy,
Yeah.
at what point or what time of the day do you sit down and you have a chance to breathe? Is that a ridiculous question?
Yeah.
Okay.
My daughter got home from soccer, a 10-year-old, at 9:45 last night.
Oh, hell no.
9:45. And the thing is, if you know
Is she training for the Olympics?
it's right. And if you don't do this, they're like, your kids are going to get into drugs if you don't put them in sport. Because what's a 10-year-old going to do all at weekend if they're not doing
Heroin.
something? Exactly. They're going to be selling drugs.
Yeah, no, that's it. Because what does my kid do? She does circus one night. And
Whoa,
then,
that's cool.
She does circus one night. She does piano for 2 nights.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Tennis. and
geez.
then, but it's
Oh,
just.
we haven't hit that stage yet.
But we started the extracurriculars late, right? Because she really didn't have, like, she wasn't really into sports. And all the art stuff was just, she would just learn on her own. Like, it was
lucky.
that kind of thing. Like, there's no real soccer. She likes swimming. But no, tennis is her tennis and circus are her
are
real
cool
sort of
ones.
physical kind of thing.
And that's, you just name 4 nights a week.
Yeah, it's 4 nights a week. So like on a night like tonight, she's home at I don't even know 7:45, I think.
Yeah.
right.
And then you feed them again after you've already fed them a dinner. So you feed them
You had to
again.
feed your daughter like at 10 o'clock last night?
Well, she made her. I'm like, you're 10. Go make. She made her own peanut butter and jam. I was like, night. I was like, can we go to bed yet?
Wow, that's so late. Yeah, and then afterwards, because then they eat on the way home. So she comes home and gives me a kiss and is like, "Dad, what's for dinner?" And I'm like, "I can smell pretzel and corn dog on your breath."
Yeah.
Right? So I know that you stopped on your way. And she's like, "Yeah, but that's like after circus snack." She's like, "That's not actually a dinner." And then so the whole process starts again.
This is our life.
What is the one activity that your kids do or one specific child does that you just hate going to and sitting through?
It's same for both of us, right, Kat?
Is it really the same?
I'm gonna. Okay, I don't want to diss anything. I'm becoming.
It's just your personal opinion about
more,
what you enjoy.
Yeah, I find hockey tricky.
Okay.
I find
Tricky. That's a very interesting way to say, tricky.
It's just a lot of, you're supposed to sit on the, like my son's 7.
Yeah.
I like always sit on the wrong side. Like I don't know what side I'm supposed to sit on. Like there's actually
You're supposed to sit on a specific side?
Yeah, like your team side. Like, and I'm like, I'm on the
It's
wrong
an arena. Why can't you just go sit wherever you want?
Because then the parents rumble.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to hear what the other parents are saying.
So you have to sit on that. Yeah, there's so much politics that are just that I don't understand, and I'm like trying my best.
Hockey would be better because I've got 3 boys in hockey, and it's like hockey, like each of them are like multiple days a week. I always swore that my sons would never play hockey. My husband's American. He never played hockey. You know, he played baseball, which they play too. But we were like, we're not going to be in the arena. But it's like as a Toronto kid, it just like seeps into your blood. Everyone's talking about hockey. And I wouldn't mind hockey if it was like 1 20-minute period. But there's 3 of them, right?
2 or whatever. It's
periods. I think there's
just 3.
Yeah, no,
3.
No, but when they're younger, it's 2.
Oh, is it 2?
yeah.
They only play them 2?
Okay.
He's 7.
Yeah, that's a long time.
I could be wrong,
Yeah.
but anyway, that's how attentive I am.
It's just it's a lot. It's cold, and then there's all the equipment. So if Dad's not there, you gotta tie up the skates.
I get other
It's not
dads to
tight
do it
enough. I break a nail. And it's just the locker rooms are so
It's so small, and they
100
smell.
It's sweaty. It's a sweaty situation.
I think with hockey moms, you're either going to be a hockey mom the first time you walk into that arena, or it's never going to happen.
Yeah, I think so.
I agree. I find the politics very hard of any sport where there's all the parents get involved in who's an A player, who's a B player, who's the
worse.
But that exists
Yeah.
in ballet. You know what I mean? Like it's unavoidable, that stuff. Like all that, the craziness of like, because I there's so many stories right now just about coaches being mean to kids and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you guys have never seen the way a ballet teacher talks to an 11-year-old?
Yeah, it's true.
You know,
No,
like there's some viciousness going on
Yeah.
in the world of ballet, especially if a kid takes it seriously.
Yeah.
And a parent takes it seriously and they spend a little bit of money to not go to the Y on weekends.
It's the latter.
Yeah.
It's the parents that make it.
Yeah. No, it's nuts.
We're going to go to the phones again. Hi, Jules. How are you? It's Roz Mocha.
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. Jules, what's your question?
I just want to say 2 things. This is like the best. Both my favorite worlds are colliding right now.
Hey.
And I want to say that, Kat and Nat, your book got me through some of the darkest days in the early on of my pregnancy. It made me laugh. It made me feel better.
Oh, yeah. Go get that mom truth.
Totally, right? It's so true. Everything in that book is true.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My question is, for all of you, because everybody has kids, what is your favorite stage this far or of all? Infant, toddler, what's the best stage that all of you feel?
Before everybody gives their answer, Jules, what is your favorite stage? Like, how many kids do you have? What ages are they?
I only have 1.
You have 1? Okay.
Yes, he's 6 months. My favorite stage is right now because for the first 3.5 months he was colic, so I went a little bit crazy.
Oh, girl.
Oh, yeah.
So he's actually so much fun right now. He's such a boy. He just wants to roll off the couch and fly up in the air, and it's my favorite. I wanted a boy, I got a boy, and he's such a boy. So right now it's my favorite so far.
Yeah, that's awesome. Go ahead. Do you have a favorite?
It's
do you have a favorite
ironic
age?
she said this because I said to somebody this weekend, this is my favorite stage right now. All 3 of them are at a good stage at once. And I'm like, I can actually, they were all outside playing in the backyard and I didn't think anyone was going to die yesterday.
Yeah.
They played for like an hour, like we're out of the death stage.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. I kept just sitting there being like, this is a miracle that my kids are all outside without crying and dying.
Ages?
10, 7, and 4.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you could have sat at the table and ate a big 12-inch belly buster sub.
She could
I
have.
ate a Mars bar instead. I'm gonna go for the one is almost wiping her own ass. The last one.
Yeah.
So I'm really.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Do you still have to help?
I have. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. So I'm getting. That's mine. You.
I feel like now, just because I feel like they're becoming more independent than ever, and so I have to do less, and I get more time to myself, and I feel like they're self-sufficient. I mean, obviously, I have a daughter who's 11, so there's an attitude situation, but I mean, it's better than the tantrums, I think, when she was younger. So yeah, I like now.
Yeah. I'll say this. As far as like an age, an age goes, once they can reason, it's the best.
Yeah.
But also I liked when, I don't even know, like 6 or something like that happened when you travel with them, they're no longer luggage, they're just a travel companion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you can watch the same shows on Netflix, you can enjoy the same stuff, you can get up and go pee and you don't have to worry about them. Like I think that age. But the thing that I always tell Roxy is because she's very concerned, she's a super emotional kid, and she's very concerned that she'll see pictures of herself as a younger kid and cry, right? Because it's
She's
like,
sad?
no, because it's like, it's beautiful for her to see her as a baby and us holding her and everything else.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
So she starts to think at times that she's sort of less cute, that she's not the baby, that everybody loves a baby kind of thing. And she'll always say, what's my favorite? She'll be like, Dad, what age was I that was your favorite, right? And I always say the same thing, which is right now.
Yeah.
Like today, the age you are right now on this Tuesday or whatever it is my favorite age that you've ever been because I've just never loved you more and you've never been more awesome, right?
That's really cute.
But so that's a conversation we have. But I will say once you can hang with them,
I agree.
and you can just kick it, and you don't have to when you're playing a game with them, you don't have to sort of let them win because they understand what a crushing loss is at that point.
Yep.
Like that sort of, I don't know when that is, like 6.5 to 7.5, maybe around.
Everyone's
that time.
different, but the minute you don't have to worry about them dying when you leave
Yes.
the room.
Yeah.
Is huge.
It's amazing.
It's a mom milestone.
Yeah.
It's a parenting milestone.
And so Cruz is how old, Mocha?
Almost 3 years old.
Right.
And we are going through literally the worst time of our lives
I
right
know.
now.
I agree.
Because we either have like amazing, I wouldn't even say a day. We have amazing hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then there's no in between. It's amazing. And then it is mayhem.
Yeah, I got death threats when she was death threats. Yeah. Like
Really?
Like
literally.
said what?
Like I'd like you to die.
Yeah.
Like kind
Oh my
of,
God.
but they're so young they don't know what they're saying.
No, but they do know they hate you.
They hate you.
Right, yeah.
It's passion.
They know
the passion
that.
is real. Can
Yeah.
I give you one piece of advice?
Please.
The kid
I'll take anything and everything
The
right
kid
now.
you see
Yeah.
who's amazing is the kid they're going to become. And the hours will become longer. It'll become days and then weeks and then months. And
that makes me so happy. You're gonna make me cry. That makes me so
I'm
happy.
not. That is the person they will be. And
Yeah.
it is like, and they like she said, it gets longer. Their attitude you get more days of good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a few hours yesterday where it was just like nonstop fun.
Oh,
and like we
good.
just had like him and I or him and Jenna or like all three of us or
Yep.
all three of us plus the dog. Like we just had all these little bursts of just pure happiness in the house. And then as we got down to like the last hour before he had to go to bed, it was like a bomb went off
yeah.
in the house. And it was everything. Throwing, yelling, hitting, running away from us.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
so funny
oh
when
my
someone else's kid
God.
does it because
Yeah.
like this little person has such an effect on the adults, and they're
Yeah.
like you get so like crazy, and you're like, look at how small that thing
And
is.
then by the end of the day, Jenna and I are just sitting on the couch, quiet, not saying a single word to one another because we're just so drained
Yeah.
from the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Alcohol.
That's when you crack open a bottle.
Hey, Jules,
it
thanks so
helps.
much.
No worries. Thanks, guys. Take
All
care.
right,
Thank
see you
you.
later. Let's go to Lisa now. Hi, Lisa. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. Welcome to the Roz Mocha Show. And say hello to Kat and Nat.
Hello.
Hi.
What is your question, Lisa?
I would like to know what was your favorite show as a kid?
Ooh, favorite, like Could it be any show, or does it have to be specific to a genre?
Well, if you think back to when we were kids, they actually used to do like a Saturday morning cartoon lineup on TV.
Ooh, okay.
So I used to watch the old like Bugs Bunny, and there was a show called Mega Babies. If you guys ever saw that, it was quite crude but hilarious.
No.
Do you guys remember that one?
I never saw the Dirty Baby Show.
Me neither.
Yeah, it was my favorite. So what's yours?
Ooh, favorite show as a kid. I mean, I got into wrestling like real early, so I was always watching wrestling. If it wasn't that, it was stuff like Transformers and Voltron, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You got one?
Yeah, I don't know. Very early on for me, like, we watched cartoons because I had an older brother, right? But very early on, like when did Much Music start? When was that? Like 84? So I was 10, right? And so I just remember watching videos. Like I was just fascinated with videos
just
when I
on
was
music videos? Okay.
yeah, music videos when I was a kid. Like that was just sort of my thing that I would spend the most time watching.
You guys are gonna die when I tell you. I was number 4 of 5, and we used to watch Sex with Sue.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Sue
Classic.
Johansson.
Yeah.
That is a classic.
That was a good. I was so young, and I would be like, huh. I mean, it was every.
I
She
love
went
that.
forever. Remember that? It was like you didn't. Your parents didn't care where you were. You were just quiet.
And you know what's interesting is I don't know if they could do that show now because I don't know if you
I
could.
don't think
You
so.
couldn't put it on.
Pornhub?
No, you couldn't put it on
No
television.
way.
Because she used to bring
You
out
couldn't
the sex
put it on. You couldn't put it on
Why?
television anymore because too many people would complain.
Yeah.
Too
No
many.
way.
Yes,
Because
100%.
Oh my God.
Watching,
100%.
But you
know
can
what?
have free porn all day, but you can't have.
You can't. You would not. You would. There would be if you could not put a woman like Sue Johansson talking to 17-year-olds about and what the best
was
and what
young.
the best lube was, or even give it. I mean, you were 12 at the time, or whatever, 11,
I think
9.
I was even like 8 because I had my older.
Yes.
We'd all my brothers would see.
Absolutely.
We'd all watch it. It was-
Absolutely, you would sit around and watch it. You could not put that on like regular over-the-air television now. Nobody, the complaints would be
try.
through the roof. We did, when Mocha and I first started this show, we did 2 specials one night, which was between like 7 and 10, and it was the Roz and Mocha Sex Show, and we had an expert in here, and we had kids call up because we felt that for the most part, if you're going to learn at school, and a lot of people have crap parents that don't teach them stuff, and a lot of kids have questions. This was before social media, right? It had just started, so it was before Twitter was just starting, and YouTube wasn't really a thing, and the response to this was overwhelming, and the stuff we talk about during that show was incredible. And we go back now and listen to that show. If we suggested now in 2019 that we wanted to do that same thing, there's not one single person in this building that would allow us to do it.
Yeah.
That
And
breaks my heart.
and it was a lot of kids
Yeah.
who were asking questions, not to be crude or
Yeah.
rude,
No.
out
had
of
no one else to
genuine
ask.
curiosity. And they were smart questions.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Can't do it.
can't do it now. Definitely
That's
not.
terrible.
Yeah. The world has gone the other way.
Hey, Lisa,
Everything's
thanks so
gone the
much.
other way.
That breaks my heart.
Thank you so much, guys.
See
Thank you.
ya. Bye-bye. Here's a question from David. Says, does anyone, I assume he's in this situation, but does anyone have any funny suggestions for a gender reveal?
Did you see the one where someone farted?
What did they do? They put powder.
They
What did
put
they do?
powder on their ass and farted.
No, they
Yes,
no, they
Google
didn't.
it. I am not.
That is-
Google it.
Is
They
that true?
farted.
It's true.
It is
And
true.
what color was it?
I think it was pink. I think they farted
Who
pink.
farted? Who farted?
the girl or the help me. I know I didn't
farted?
click on it,
Sean's
but
gonna find it.
hold on.
someone
People
Pause
would
for
put
1
your
second.
chocolates in their couch.
You saw a headline of a video that said somebody farted out powder for a gender reveal, and you didnn't click on
I
it?
think it was hard to like get. I think I had the
You had
circle
to,
going.
through layers and
You know,
stuff.
yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I mean,
I need to know the details, like
really
what
funny.
they ate, how they were able to
guarantee.
to plan the event so that
Hold
everyone
on, yeah,
Am I
bring it in,
right?
Chef.
I'm
Bring it
right.
in.
Thank
Bring it
you.
in.
Hold on. Okay, so everybody's in the room, and there's a woman. She's laying on the ground. Hold on, let me see this. Yo, this is wild. Oh my god! Yo, this is a real thing.
I told you.
Okay, so this woman. She's laying on the ground, bare ass,
Yeah.
just wearing
No.
a sweater.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bear.
Hold on.
And she farts.
And then everybody's in the room. She farts. Hold on. And it's blue.
Is
Oh,
it?
blue. My bad. Blue.
Hold on, here. What? Did you guys see this? You saw, right?
No, I didn't see
No,
this.
none of us saw.
Bring it over and show Kat and Nat show.
You know, I never wanted to do a gender reveal, never did that, but I mean, I'd probably do this if I were to have another kid. Oh my God, she's cute too.
Is she pregnant? Is she pregnant? That's what. She's not the pregnant one, right?
Yeah, she is. Look at her.
No, that's not real. Come on, that can't be real. That can't. Like, what happens? Is she laying on the floor the entire time that this party is happening, and then she has to yell out to everyone, "Okay, I think I'm ready."
Oh my God, it was a chili party, so they all ate chili and waited.
Come on.
Aren't you glad you asked that question?
Oh my gosh, that was
Somebody die at one recently, like a
yeah,
couple months ago.
so. And people usually bring kids to gender reveals too, right?
Well, that kid's gonna see it, so.
Yeah. You
Well, there you go,
you know
David.
what's funny, Shem, is I didn't even have to see that video to know that they had parquet floors.
How many views was on that? Did you see?
230.
Okay.
Okay, Gabby asked this question. What is the most annoying question people ask you?
Okay, I don't want to like.
Maybe not annoying, but maybe the one you get so often.
Okay, yeah, because you know I don't want to be mean
No,
and say you know everyone's is allowed to ask questions, but they always ask Kat and I if we fight.
Right.
They're very curious about that, and if they knew us enough, they would know that we value our relationship too much
So
to
much.
fight about it.
Yeah.
We really don't. Like,
But what about with the business side of things though? Because you don't have to like your business partner.
no, you don't.
Right?
But do you think that people would ask two men that work together, "Do you guys fight?"
All the time. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
You too, because
Really?
Every single conversation that
Yeah.
somebody has.
Do you two fight?
No.
We don't ever fight.
No, but people ask you that.
All the time.
no, but
do
they
you?
wouldn't ask two businessmen.
Oh, there you go. No, and the reality is we don't hang out.
What?
Oh, you're not friends.
Yeah.
No,
You're not
we're
a real
incredibly friends. I love them more than anything.
Okay.
But we don't. We spend all of our time together doing this.
Right.
And socially,
No
outside
time.
of this show, we've been out how many times outside of this show?
5
Together.
maybe?
And one of them,
Maybe. Yeah,
was
and
your
we've been-
wedding where you left early.
Okay, so
Yeah,
6.
6. But we've been doing the show 10 years.
Okay.
Alone. How many times alone have you and I been out? Alone. Just the two of us.
Just the two.
Just the two of us.
Would that be awkward for you
Yeah,
two?
I was just wondering.
I don't know
that.
if we ever have.
You guys
3
should,
maybe?
You guys should do that and document it. I bet it would be a
Yeah.
bit weird.
No,
what would you
it would,
talk
I
about?
think it would be
Yeah.
awkward. I don't
Oh my
know.
gosh.
I know.
I
That's
think
so
it would be
weird.
super. I don't know if I could do it.
It would be weird.
It would
yeah.
be weird.
No, because I'll
it would
tell you.
almost be like a first date.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
'cause-
you need to do this.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
because I don't know if here's my thing. I know that we would have stuff to talk about because Mocha's a very kind person. But here's where I
got
think
kind eyes.
here's what I think would wind up happening is I think that in any sort of social situation, if we were across from each other, we would just start doing the show.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right?
That would be
Because that's how we're used to
Like-
when we sit across from each other.
yeah,
That's how we're
like I think that we
used
would
to being around
just
each
start
other, right?
doing the show only at the keg.
Y'all need to.
Right?
You guys
Like-
need to go out. I would like to come.
I don't know.
Can we
I
go
think
on a
that would
double
be
date?
so
No, it'd be weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
It would be really
Yeah.
Oh
weird.
my gosh, that's so
Should
funny.
try it.
Yeah,
We
but-
go on vacation together.
You do,
Our
huh?
families, our
Oh,
kids,
wow.
we do
went on a
Christmas
date
together.
Yeah,
we do
went
Christmas.
on a date on Friday night. My husband
the
invited
two
me
of
on a
us?
date on Thursday, and then
Yeah.
by the time it was time to go out, I was like, "Do you still want to go?" And
But
he's
you were
like,
friends before business,
Yeah,
right?
high school,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys
And
do Christmas together at all?
Yeah,
Yeah?
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, we vacation.
Oh, it's
and
amazing.
Our moms have become friends.
What is
Oh, that's so
what does
nice.
a vacation cost when you got 4 kids?
Hey, we get it sponsored.
What? Okay, sorry. What did a vacation cost?
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
It can be like literally 15,000.
I've never paid for one.
There's 11 of us that go. 11
that's
of us.
crazy.
What we do now
Oh
is
my
we love the old folks towns in Florida, and we get a house and we all just live in
Sure.
the house and drive golf carts and
We
you
pile
know,
our kids
cook
in,
our own
and
food.
they don't wear shoes, and we just can't even do a resort anymore. So we
Yeah.
just basically rent
Why?
a house.
Because you banned?
Yeah.
Yeah, too loud.
And the tricky thing is you want your own space with so many kids. We have
Yeah.
7 loud children.
It's incredible.
And they're loud and they're a lot. So
And then they have to go to bed, and we want to stay up and cocktail. When you're at a resort, you can't
Yeah.
do that.
Right.
So we just get a house.
Yeah.
And
that's
that was going to be my
smart.
next question is, do your kids get along?
yes,
Yeah.
really
They're
well.
like family. Yeah, her son told his teacher last year, I have
2 mums and seven brothers. There's 7 of us. 2 mums and 7. I'm like, well, no, that's not true. They walk around.
pretty close.
They're and they don't go to the same school, so they always have that friendship outside of drama of the
Fair
school,
enough.
which is
Yeah.
And none of them are in the same grade.
Do you guys live close to each other?
Yeah.
No, you do. And they don't go to the same school.
she's en français.
Oh, why would you do that to your children?
But in Toronto, everything is like the neighborhoods, everything's so packed that like I might live 3 minutes from her, but my school,
I know it's crazy,
is a different school than hers. So
yeah. Do you speak French?
No.
Why would you do that to your children then?
Well, a couple things. My mom is French Canadian.
Yeah.
She worked at the French school, and the French school's on my street.
Does your husband speak French?
No, he's American.
So who does their homework?
Like tutors and my mom.
But don't you feel ripped off a little bit? No,
Then I don't get to do homework?
But not even like I would feel ripped. Yeah, because here's the thing: is that maybe you don't feel ripped off when they're in like grade 4, but when you can't actually fact check the crap that they're bringing home.
I can't right now.
No, but you
In
can't
English.
even read. Do
In
they send you?
English.
Do they send you stuff home in English from the school?
No.
That would drive me crazy. I'm such a control freak that I need to know what's coming home.
This is not us.
It's not you at all, right?
No.
Oh my
Schools
God.
you don't know our history. You'll have to listen to our podcast. But I dropped out of high school, and she did an alternative school and didn't go to university. Like we were not.
Right.
We were.
My mom fills out the forms, for the kids.
We were
'cause
not.
I just won't hand it in.
Schools here, personable, likability. Can you get from point A to point B without getting kidnapped? That's way more important.
Capable. We're looking
Fair
for
enough.
capable kids.
Fair
How
enough.
long ago did you, because you've been friends since forever,
Ninth grade.
teenagers, ninth grade.
Yeah.
How long ago did the business side of things start?
7 years ago.
7 years ago. And it started as
Like a local Toronto moms group. There wasn't a place for moms to hang out without their kids and have a cocktail and, be able to just be women and talk about stuff. And so it was like, we used to host these events. Then we brought in experts. And then people were like in other cities, I want to come to your club. And we're like, well, we can't be in other cities and we can't franchise it because we were the hosts. So then we started just do it online. And we did it before live streaming was a thing. We found this guy out of Germany that had this software that could live stream through YouTube.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
What you had to do?
And then a year later, Facebook Live became a thing. And so we'd already
and
been
you guys
doing
are
it
on
for a year.
Facebook Live every
day.
single day.
Yeah.
So we were already doing it, and then YouTube videos and all of it. It just
And then you also have the #1 best-selling book.
Hey-o.
And you have 2 podcasts
We
as
have
well?
one. We just ripped the audio off of our
Okay,
Facebook
because I know
Live.
there's Chit Chat with Kat and Nat.
That's
Look at
Facebook
you.
Live.
Right? And then
Yes.
Mom Truth.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Okay.
needed to go unconventional because we're pretty inappropriate in terms of no one talks about what we talk about. So we can't. We went our own. The minute we kept getting no's, we're like, we'll do our own thing.
Yeah.
And that's how it all started.
So where does the money come from? What's the biggest? Because people want to know this. There's a lot of moms that are like, me and my girlfriend are just as fun and awesome as you guys. Where does the money come from? Like, where was the first sort of financially successful branch of Cat and Nat?
Well, hosting events is not the way.
Right,
By the way, we
right.
learned that fast.
The first time we made money.
Wait, hosting events? No?
No.
Not
Because
for
you guys
us.
do shows like right
That's
across
not an
Those are
event.
shows.
Oh.
That's different. Yes. you can make
So
money
hosting
going on
events.
tour.
Okay.
Yeah, we made our first money with Jess O'Reilly, who's a sex expert. Do you know her?
Yes, I do actually.
And she taught us the Claudia, which was the to end all and we got a lube company to sponsor us.
And she was the speaker.
And she was a speaker. So we kept figuring out, we had to keep figuring out how to make money. So we just kept flipping the model and flipping the model and flipping the model. And now we have a lot of different revenue streams that we have. And our company, this will be the second year it's made over 7 figures.
That's amazing.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah.
But it is, we do, if we told you what we did, you'd be like, I think our direct team right now is at least like 45 people.
45.
Yeah, I mean, when you
We have a lot of agents because
We've-
we're in so many different areas and so many different products that there's an agent and manager for all of them.
For everything.
But then
Wow.
we started with the two of us.
Right.
We built our own website.
Who's the first person that came to you guys and was like, hey, hold on a second here. You have something really, really amazing going on. I do this for a living and I'm very good at it. And let me help you make some serious money and turn this into something great.
Just us.
Yeah,
Really?
But you have
So
all
you
these
had to
people. You have all
go
these
and
people.
find all these people.
we've
Who
had more-
recognized what you guys were doing and wanted to be a part of it that was
Today
not
Show.
the Today Show?
They were
That was
Yeah.
Jenna Bush, right? She came to visit.
They picked us up before Canada did.
Yeah.
So Canada
Wow.
was like, thank you, next. Tracy Moore actually was a big
City
supporter.
Line, yeah.
Of,
Yeah,
City
amazing.
Line. She was huge. And then the Today Show really stepped in and was like, we love you. And they kept putting us on the Today Show. And then Canada, As they do.
It's the way it happens. It's the way it goes.
Yeah.
It's like that with everything.
It's
with
sad.
everything.
Yeah.
And your live show, your stage show,
Yeah.
which is like sells out across Canada,
Yeah.
across the U.S., and you guys are heading to the U.K.
Yeah.
The demand in the U.K. is crazy now, right?
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah.
I mean,
We're doing-
Australia wants us, but I'm like, 7 kids. Like, no way are we getting on a plane.
First, with no kids would I do that flight.
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. We're not leaving. We're the same. I would actually love to go if I could transport myself in a second.
Do you fly first class where your kids fly in the back?
No.
We've never. I've never flown first class.
No.
Have you?
Never mind.
I
that.
mean, we have Air Rouge,
Yeah.
like where the
They give you an iPad.
Yeah, where the seats
Right?
broke. Right there,
Yes.
the
And
seat
warm
was
nuts.
broken.
We love the warm
Yes.
nuts.
Yes.
Warm nuts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
No,
right.
we've done 100 shows. We just found out when it's just. I mean, it's flown by, but we've had such a great time, like meeting all these people that we used to talk to only online,
Yeah.
and being able to go to the cities and host these amazing events and shows. And it's been a dream come true because we wanted to host a night out for moms who never really get out because you get trapped after you have kids.
Yeah.
And just we like to remind moms that you still can have fun. Just because you're a mom doesn't mean that you can't be a good time. Because Kat and I are still really good times, so we
really
host
good
them.
time.
And we're doing 2 the whole thing about our holiday parties that are in December 13th and 14th in Toronto is that. We never got invited to holiday parties, and you run into all your neighbors on the street, and they're all like wearing high heels.
Do you guys go to holiday
You're like,
parties?
where are you going? And they're like, oh, well, I have a holiday party, and we don't have any time. I'm like, nobody ever invites me to a party.
Oh God.
Oh,
You
you
guys
guys
go to
have a full schedule of parties?
I mean, no, not
I
full. Like
don't-
we
I
have,
don't get
I have like a
invited to
group of
a-
friends that we get
Yeah.
together around the holidays, like the big group of us
Yeah.
for a big dinner.
One
but
time.
that's just
But,
one time. Yeah.
But don't you feel like on social media, like people are going to parties? So my parents used to dress up and go to
Oh
parties.
yeah, back in
Yeah,
the day,
but
my
I-
folks went to like parties on parties.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. We know when parties, and no one has like parties.
But I don't. You know what's interesting though is I look
You
at
don't
the.
wanna go to the
no, yeah, I don't want to come. I look at the way that people party now, and I'm like, better you than me, because I don't want to be in that sort of vibe. I used to love partying years ago, right?
Yeah.
Like I thought it was a hell of a time. Everything else, I don't sort of like getting together and the pressure and all of this
you
other.
don't like small talk.
No, you know what's interesting is I love small talk, but with strangers.
Like,
I don't.
What do you
don't
talk about?
Like, oh my God, I
That's
will.
kind of like you, Kat. You don't run into old
I
friends.
love, like, give me somebody who is like borderline should already be on a pension, who's checking out my groceries at the grocery store, right? I will, we will light up each other's life for 5 minutes during that time. I love that kind of small talk,
Like
right?
what? Like what? I want to know. Like,
Oh, like legit small talk stuff, like the weather. Like the weather. If I really want, if I've stacked my stuff in a way that I make it easier for them, right? Because I always like to do that. I always like to put my groceries on the thing that makes it easy for the person who's bagging my
Yeah.
groceries,
Yeah.
right? So then we will talk about the procedure, and then when the next person shows up behind us and they just start whipping bags of chips down with all the canned goods, we both kind of like cut them side eye a little bit, right? Yeah,
friends.
so your best friends, right? So I like to make best friends with people, but only with strangers.
Okay.
But we
Okay.
don't. But I don't get invited to a lot of. I get invited to a lot of things that I would never go to.
Yeah.
Right. Like people invite you to stuff just because they want you there.
Yeah, like
as
that
opposed to
stuff,
they're
yeah.
your friend.
Yeah.
Right. Like I don't
Oh,
go.
we
to,
don't go to, like,
No.
events,
I
no.
don't go to that stuff. But I'm happy to not be a part of sort of that.
The scene.
I think. Yeah. I'm sort of much better, and I don't have a lot of friends. Like I have friends, but we don't have traditions of where we get together once a year
Yeah.
and sort of do all this stuff.
I don't think in the 10 years that we've been doing this show together,
Yeah.
I think maybe one time over the holidays did we get together.
well, you
Oh,
guys don't
yeah.
get to. You got together 6 times in
Yeah.
10 years.
One-
So
yeah.
One of them was the holidays.
Yeah.
And one of them was the holidays.
Yeah. And Catherine, my girlfriend, rides my ass real hard. She's like, call Jenna Mocha. Get him all this stuff, all this stuff. And I'm like, honestly, Mocha won't want to do this. And then all it is that you and Jenna just wanting to hang out. I'm like, if you want to hang out with Jenna, call Jenna.
Yeah,
But
totally.
don't drag us into it, man.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I will say, so my wife Jenna, she's a huge fan of yours.
Yeah.
She loves you guys so much, and she's always like, "Look at what Kat and Nat posted on Instagram. Look at what Kat and Nat posted." So she went to the show in March that
Yeah.
you guys did in Toronto.
Why didn't you tell us?
Yeah, what the heck?
She wanted to buy tickets.
Well,
so
we
because she's a huge supporter of
That's
you guys.
really
We could
kind.
have
So
at
her
least
and her
had a shot
sister-
backstage together.
Her and her
Jeez.
sister went, and let me tell you, when she got home, right?
Yeah.
and I asked her how her night was. First of all, she loved it. She had a great time.
Okay, good.
The only photos and videos
I know.
on her
Strippers.
phone. Yes!
Of what?
I didn't. They had strippers at the show, and that's the only stuff that Jenny had on her phone.
Did she come home and give you that cool at least?
The Claudia.
You know, it's so funny you say. So at every theater, because it's like unionized, there's the ushers are usually, I kid you not, 85. Okay, like the women
to 102.
They stand there and the strippers come out and you see they don't take their eyes off.
They have
the
their
stage.
popcorn, and people have taken videos of these old people.
Older people eating their popcorn, watching our
really
strippers.
open-minded about it, though.
And they're okay. They don't take their pants. You see no. Okay, like we
Well,
keep.
I mean, you can
What
see
about-
their, you
what
can
about
see it through their
seepage?
pants.
They have big. So
Okay.
you can see it in their pants.
There's a little seepage.
You know what's going on.
It's
right?
huge.
What
Right?
is seepage?
Yeah. What's that?
You
What
can
is
see through their
seepage?
pants.
Seepage is when because you know that like guys wear really tiny underpants.
Yeah.
And seepage is when it just sort of like
It goes down their leg. Okay?
yeah, it's like there's
Yeah.
like stuff falls.
Like Jason
right?
Derulo. Yeah, like
It's more like Jason Derulo's picture when you can see it, but it's not coming. It's not like falling. Like you're not actually seeing the head.
No, you know what it's like? It's like when the bottom of a boob just pops out under the bra.
No, there's not.
there's no skin.
Right? Okay.
No skin.
It's just
All right.
through their like plastic shorts.
Yeah.
Right. Is it the same strippers always? Or
Oh,
no?
yeah.
I travel
Yeah,
with them.
yeah.
A lot have been
All right,
fired
calm
over
down.
time.
I fired a lot of
Yep,
strippers.
she fires
Why?
strippers when they don't move right.
Yeah, because
because they don't move?
Well, we had one
Properly.
We had one in our California route, and I didn't get to see him dance before. And I kid
Jerry.
you, Jerry, his name was Jerry. I would watch him, and he did a somersault on the stage as a stripper, and he couldn't get his belt off. And when he moved, it was. If I show you, you'll like. Okay, I'm going to show you. Hold on. He would go like this to gyrate. Okay, like
she's
this.
really good at imitating him.
Like slow, really slow.
Yeah.
What about when he whipped his belt?
And then he'd take his belt off, and then he'd be like this. He would try, and then he would, and all the moms felt bad for
Yeah,
him.
it was
and I'm
embarrassing.
Like, they have to want to. They were like, "Oh, poor Jerry, he's really trying." And I was like, "Get Jerry off the stage."
You're like, Jerry,
no.
go back to being a comic porn star
Yeah, he was a
and
comic
off our
porn
stage.
Let me ask you this: are your strippers that you have on stage are they natural or are they using performance-enhancing drugs? If you know what I mean. Are they in their natural state?
I think they're in their
or
natural
are they
state.
using some sort of
No, I
performance
think they're in
enhancing?
their natural
we do
state.
too many shows, and we would see like they're actually friends of ours, and I have learned a lot about strippers doing this, and they're all like really hard workers, really great guys.
Sweet
and
guys.
they're sweet. I know you don't want to hear that of a stripper, but
No,
I have learned a lot of the culture of strippers.
No Viagra when they're
No.
dancing for you.
No,
you
they're-
don't allow that. You need the natural.
They're naturally
okay,
large.
right.
I mean,
they have the
Natural.
audition.
They have
Right.
videos all kinds on their Instagram,
Yeah.
and one puts they wrap it.
Oh God, yeah.
Around a what?
What?
They wrap their with like a bandage, and then that's all the.
What do you mean they wrap to make it thicker?
No,
what?
to
Hold
cover
on.
it up. Do you want me to show you?
Yeah, I don't know what you
more
mean
like a
by
sock.
wrap it.
Are you
Because
sure
to
it's
me,
bandage?
it
It's like
sounds
a
like
sock.
that sounds like what you would do like to a soldier in World War II. Like
I think she's
wrap it?
incorrect about wrapping.
No,
I
they
think it's
wrap
a,
it.
I think it's a little sock, and it's got something hanging at the bottom.
Yeah.
those are like not
No,
something. Okay.
Are out.
Then we
Okay.
have one that's
Not in our
like
show.
a street
Hold on.
performer, and
Like
he
a
does a sock. I'm going to show you the video. I
You're
mean,
gonna have fun bleeping this entire podcast. Mocha.
He is-
It's gonna be
here.
awesome.
Okay, here we go. It's loading.
Okay.
Here we go.
Stop it! I can't. No. No.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Let me see.
Oh, you know what? We looked at these before.
Yeah.
This is like that sort of half body thong thing,
yeah,
right?
yeah. It's just a sock.
So it's like, yeah,
Where
no,
does
it's
it wrap?
exactly.
Does it wrap around it?
I got another one for you too.
I think that
He's a flipper. He's
Yeah.
our flipper.
He's also a porn star. Yeah, he's.
Oh my God.
yeah.
Dear Santa.
So he does that on our stage, but with shorts or pants on.
Yeah, he's really
Okay.
talented.
Yeah.
He
And
looks
that-
it. You can tell.
That one is.
But do you
on.
actually really need to be talented when you're that? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Yes.
you do. You
To be
do.
on our stage.
Okay.
We need them to be. We need them to be. That's another one of ours. You need them to be. Like
We fly him in from the UK. This
But
one.
it's interesting though, because how do you know? So this is a guy in the mirror, and he legitimately was that a towel wrapped around his
that one's
Right?
for a selfie.
Like a beach towel?
But
yeah.
like
You know how when you go to like mediocre hotels in Cuba, they turn the towel into a swan at the end of the bed. Yeah.
But that's not a
That's
swan.
what they did. No, they turned it into a rice silo.
God damn, bro.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
He's always on
Like,
tour with us.
That's that's the kind of canister that like is behind a truck. You know what I mean? That's like,
So there's nothing needed. There's no but. That's au naturel.
no, I guess.
Let's
I
go to the
guess you're
phones real
right.
quick. Patrick has
sorry,
been
but-
waiting for a real long time. Hi, Patrick. It's Roz Mocha and Cat and Nat. How are you?
Hey, not bad. You?
Good, man. Thanks for waiting. What is your question?
So my question is, do you think that your parents had a favorite kid out of you and your siblings? And if so, were you that favorite kid?
Okay, Patrick, do you have siblings? If so, do you know whether or not your parents had a favorite kid?
Yeah, I have an older brother and a younger sister. And the phrase my mom kept saying is that we're all her favorites, but I was definitely the favorite out of the favorites.
Do the other ones know that?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
I think my sisters both know that I'm my parents' favorite. I think.
You seem like a good kid.
Yeah, you do.
You're convinced though that you know fact that you're your parents'
You're
favorite.
likable.
100%.
You're likable.
Yeah.
100%. I am the
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah.
Are you? Where do you fall in the first-
Oldest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're
And I was a bad kid though.
Really?
I was really, really bad. I gave my parents a hard time growing up.
Were you still the favorite while you were being bad, or are you
Oh,
favorite now?
Had to be.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
No, maybe not.
No, I think you were. My brother always would tell my parents that he knows fully that he was the proto Roz.
That's awesome.
No, but my brother thinks that my parents thought that I was the favorite. I never really got that because I didn't have it really to compare anything because my brother's 3 years older than me and he did so much raising of me. Not that my parents weren't involved.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just let him do that to sort of build our bond.
Yeah.
And we still live together to this day, right?
No way.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. I'm 45, my brother's 48. We have not lived together for 1 year and 9 months of our entire lives.
Oh my! Does he have a partner?
He does, yeah.
You all live together?
Yeah, we have a house and it's in two. It's like he and his wife live on the top floors and
So
we
you're like
live.
us.
No, but you're better. They're better because they live in the same house.
under
This
the
is our
same roof.
dream.
Yeah, we're under this. Yeah, we're under the same roof. Yeah. So
Is that why,
open
Kat, is
door
that why you're
policy?
doing your reno? Or are you guys doing an addition so that
our husbands joke that they'll keep one house and we'll move to the other house.
Yeah.
They joke
Yeah.
all
Okay,
the
better idea.
time.
That is so cute.
yeah, and it's just, and I like it that way. And then we became business partners because we got into real estate and everything else, and so it just made perfect sense for us to maintain, living this way. But geez, do I like what I said? I was like better, I think, when I was younger, and then my parents started to get worried about me when I was about like 16 because they thought that I was going to go off and run away with strippers and like all of this stuff.
Not in common. All of us sound like we're a bit naughty in the height. Yeah. Look at us now.
Yeah, my parents would tell the story of, they remembered, like, my dad would always tell this story, which was, he would start off by saying, let me tell you the first time Roz brought home a stripper.
No, you used to date strippers. That
but
was
I
your
was
thing.
young, though. I was like
10?
Like, no, like 15, 16,
Wow.
16,
How old was she?
16, 19 plus. But I would lie, right? Because I was 6'1" when I was in grade 8.
You had that much confidence to date a stripper.
Swag.
Like, how much confidence does it take to date a stripper, though?
I feel like as a 15-year-old.
In the 80s, if you had long hair and had rippy jeans and you sort of looked like Bret Michaels or David Lee Roth, you could get a stripper.
Did you live in Toronto?
No. I grew up in Acton.
Okay.
But we would go to the Brampton strip joints because they were
Okay.
like, you know what I'm saying?
How long were these relationships?
Oh, not long. Like they
Oh, a
would.
night.
No, you know what's interesting is like there's no. Like a couple months. Like my dad would drive me to their place.
My God.
Were you cool with them dancing while you were dating them?
What did I care?
Yeah.
Good. No, because some guys go, you can't. Like we are strippers.
I
a lot
was
of their
16.
girlfriends.
I'm going to start throwing demands at a stripper.
I wasn't sure.
You know, like hell no.
Hey,
No,
Patrick,
no.
thanks so much, brother.
Yeah, no problem there.
God.
I'm going to ask you this question that we got from Perla that reads, Kat and Nat have mom truths. What's the dad version of that? And can you give us an example?
Also, mom truths.
Our husbands.
I mean, you guys would have the dad truth version, right?
I guess it would be, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you know, we own it.
Yeah, no problem.
But-
You really?
Believe me.
You better believe it.
Yeah, you have to,
Yeah.
right?
Well, because I was having a barbecue once, and my brother was like, "I'm going to do what you do when I have a kid because your life is so fun, and you don't have to go to an office. I'm going to do your job, and I'm going to do dad truths." Went in the kitchen, called the lawyer. I want the trademark to the dad truths. If my
Yeah.
brother's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
do this,
Of
I'm going to
course
make
you
some
do.
money off it.
Yeah, of
And
course
now
you
on
do.
TikTok, we do teen truths. So they submit their what they do, and we do it anonymously. What they do.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, I shouldn't be telling them this because some of them are genius. Like one kid started a business where you check your phone in they do a designated spot, so everyone's going to the school for a play. All the kids go and give them the phone, so their parents, when they check them where they are on Find My Phone, they're all at that school, and the kids responding to all the parents, and they all go party somewhere else.
Oh my God.
And they pay him.
They pay him. They pay him. Yeah, so because when you go and you do the search of where your kid is, they all have these
They
apps
track
now.
them, yeah.
So they track them. So they're all in the spot they said they are, and
is
then
so
the person
smart.
goes and responds.
What's the best tracker app? Because I'm not there yet.
I'm not there.
We
I'm not
just
there
had
yet.
one of our team members just told us, but by the time you get there will be a new one that has a different, she can see exactly where they go at all times. But this kid has just defied odds and started a business at it. He does $10
That's
a phone.
amazing.
And if he gets 10, if it's $100 for 2
Yeah.
hours.
It's so funny how everything has changed. Years ago, I'm trying to remember when it was. It was before we worked on this show. So maybe about 15 years ago, I was talking to somebody and we were talking about kids. And I was like, we should start a company called Where's My Kid? And I'm like, we should put a low jack tracker on kids' backpacks, right? And at that time, when I suggested putting a tracker on a child, I was called a fascist.
Whoa.
And now,
right? And now life without tracking your kid is something that is not an option. Right? Like that's how
you're the
fast.
odd one out. If
I'm
you
the
say-
odd one out if I
you say, I don't track my kid.
I don't track my kid. Now you're the weird one.
Yeah,
Right?
no.
As opposed to somebody who wanted to.
And we're talking about that now. Right now, our kids, we know where they are all the time. They're not free yet.
Yeah.
But that our parents never knew where we were.
Oh,
right?
hell
Never.
no.
This is going to be so different that we're always.
And if
gonna
you
know where
couldn't
they are.
call them, you couldn't find a payphone. I
Yeah.
didn't want a cell phone, so I couldn't call.
No.
I was payphones were the way to go, so you couldn't be tracked.
Yeah. And then you did the payphone trick, which is you called collect. And when it was after the beep, say your name, you'd be like, I'm at Dave's place. and then they would get, and because you didn't need a quarter, right?
Oh my
And then the phone would ring at your parents' house and it'd be like, you have a collect call from, I'm at Dave's place.
Oh my
Do you accept the
God,
charges?
that's
And they would go,
amazing.
no. And then they would just hit no, but they knew that I was at Dave's place, right? That's how you'd get around that back in the day. But I don't know, when's phone age for you guys? When are you doing
They have
this?
one now.
They do.
They just got them. They just
Yeah.
got them.
Only text and phone. We're partners with Apple, and
Yeah.
it's our old iPhones. They're
Oh, okay.
sevens.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we got a plan. If you're a parent out there and you need this, you can get just a talk and text.
Okay.
They don't need data. So they can only call us and text us when they're not in a place of Wi-Fi. Now Wi-Fi is everywhere, but
Yeah.
it is a deterrent for them to not always be on TikTok.
So can they just clear all the other apps off the phone, right? There's nothing else on the phone.
all of our
then.
kids are on. We have we could do a whole podcast with you
I know.
on this, but we don't limit them. We go with them. We learn
Right.
with them.
I said that it's amazing. It's an amazing tool to learn. My kid's learning piano because of an app, right? Some of them are really, really incredible.
We're in the space.
Yeah.
How can we no?
Yeah,
but
you
yet
can't
we're-
say that.
Yeah.
And I want who knows where they're they could be, what job they could create from what they're doing right now. And
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't even exist what the possibilities are.
And they have private accounts on TikTok, so they just kind of follow each other. But just being able to create videos and edit them and do all of that's good exercise for them.
of course,
And
yeah.
they're so good at teaching themselves, and what they can come up with is better than we naturally can.
Yeah.
You know?
How are they with privacy? Do they want to be exposed, or are they a little bit more conservative than the sort of generation before them when it comes to putting themselves out there on social media and wanting the comments? And do they have a desire for that to be noticed?
I don't know, because they've never had the option to be public yet.
Right.
Well, they're public with us.
Right.
Right? They're public with they've been on I think 3 covers of magazines, and they've been on the Today Show photo. When people talk about our 7 kids. We're getting more cautious of the older girls.
Do they have do they give them photo control? Are they allowed to say no?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All of them
Yeah.
can say no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone can bounce out of a photo or
Yeah.
not be part of something. Or
We have photo shoots where there's one missing.
Yeah.
That's
often.
Yeah.
all right, fine, fair. You don't want to be in it?
You
Go.
ever missed out on? I've missed out on money because Roxy doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, we've said no
Yeah,
about our.
yeah.
Well, have you ever tried a photo shoot with 7 kids? Like,
No.
And they won't. They want them for free.
No, we've
and
tried a
I'm
photo
like,
shoot with one kid and it doesn't work.
Yeah. No, like people come to you and they're like big endorsement deals or whatever it is, but
Yeah.
it's a family thing. They
Yeah.
don't want me, they want my family.
Yeah, yeah.
And you float the idea and Catherine's like, oh God, okay, fun, no problem. And you're like, hey Rox, we got this really great opportunity to do this. You into it? She's like, no.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever.
That's great.
That's it. And then you go back and you tell them no, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's just the way it is because she's far more conservative now than the sort of kids that are now, I guess, in high school.
Wow.
And a lot of the kids her age, I found a lot of 9-year-olds are very conservative. They know they know what the damage is done.
Yeah.
It's like social media and naked selfies and bullying and all this stuff. It's like the way that people looked at like smoking.
Oh my gosh, I was just thinking that.
It's like you saw the damage it did to the generation before you, and then you're like, hell no, we're not going to kill ourselves with that.
Yeah.
And like her and her friends are like she has no desire. She doesn't want to be on YouTube. She doesn't want an Instagram account. She doesn't want Twitter. I don't think she knows what Twitter is. Right? She just doesn't want any of that stuff, and they don't want to be exposed, and they know what strangers are. They know what happens when strangers look at your stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing good.
Yeah, and they have
Right?
the social media experts that come and talk to them at school, and it is they make it scary. They
They
make it seem
do.
like there's a lot of dangers in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny you say smoking. Our kids definitely think if anyone's smoking a cigarette, they're a criminal.
Yes.
A criminal, yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's hard to you're like, but they're doing something so bad.
And look how long it's taken for that message that smoking's bad for you. Like generation after generation after generation, where now a kid will see somebody smoking and say they're a criminal or that's gross or that gives you cancer and you're going to die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It took a long time.
It took forever.
Yeah.
This has been wonderful. Kat and Nat, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We had so much fun. Book, tour, website is catandnat.com.
.ca. Someone owns
Sorry,
.com.
.ca, catandnat.ca.
I know.
A-holes.
And they do nothing with it.
They don't want to give it up.
No.
But why can't your lawyer say that? You can't
We
just
are.
squat, right?
We're trying.
You're not allowed to do that.
We're trying.
Yeah.
At Cat and Nat on Instagram, Twitter, search for Cat and Nat on YouTube, Facebook as well. You guys have your Facebook Live every single day.
Yeah.
What
TikTok?
else am I missing? TikTok.
Yeah.
And
Literally.
2
Yeah,
podcasts.
we're everywhere.
Okay. Just search for Cat and Nat. They're taking over the world. Thank you very much for joining us on the Roz and Mocha
Thanks for
Show.
having us.
It was awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Powered by Air Transat. Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.